It is the year 2010. A programmer in Florida decides to order 2 large pizzas. Pretty normal, right? Except he does not pay with cash. He does not swipe a credit card. He pays with something that only existed on the internet. Something most people at the time thought was fake money for nerds. He pays 10,000 Bitcoin for those 2 pizzas. At the time, that was about $41. Not a big deal. But today, those same 10,000 Bitcoin are worth over $600 million. 600 million for 2 pizzas. That might be the most expensive dinner in human history. And weirdly enough, that pizza order proved something that would change money forever. This is the story of how Bitcoin went from internet joke to financial revolution. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest money stories in history in a way that actually makes sense. No boring textbook stuff. Just wild stories about how money shaped the world. And today, we are talking about Bitcoin, the year the global financial system almost collapsed. Banks people trusted with their entire life savings suddenly started failing. One of the biggest banks in America, Lehman Brothers, gone. Overnight, millions of people lost jobs, homes, savings. Not because they did something wrong, but because massive banks were making insanely risky bets with other people's money. And when those bets failed, something unbelievable happened. The government bailed them out. With taxpayer money, your money. The banks gambled. They lost. And the public paid the bill. People were furious. Trust in the financial system was shattered. And right in the middle of that chaos, something appeared, written by someone using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. That document introduced a radical idea, a type of money that did not need banks at all. Here is where the story gets crazy. Nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Seriously, nobody. Not the government. Not the internet. Not even the early Bitcoin developers. Satoshi created Bitcoin, talked with the early community online, helped launch the system, and then in 2011, completely disappeared. No goodbye interview. No reveal. Nothing. Just vanished. Like a financial superhero who finished the mission and left. And here is the insane part. Satoshi is believed to own about 1 million Bitcoin. At today's prices, that is over $60 billion. Your money in the bank is basically just numbers in a database. When you send money to someone, your bank decreases your balance and increases theirs. That's it. Modern money is basically a spreadsheet controlled by banks. Bitcoin asked a simple question. What if instead of one bank controlling the spreadsheet, everyone had a copy of it? Thousands of computers around the world, all recording the same transactions, all verifying the same information. When Bitcoin launched in 2009, almost nobody cared. The only people using it were programmers, internet nerds, and a few hardcore privacy advocates. And of course, the pizza guy. But then something interesting started happening. The price began rising. 2013, Bitcoin hits $1,000. The media calls it a bubble. It crashes. Everyone says it is dead. Then it comes back. 2017, Bitcoin hits $20,000. Suddenly, everyone's cousin is a crypto expert. People are buying Bitcoin at family dinners. Then it crashes again. And once again, people declare Bitcoin dead. But it comes back. In 2021, Bitcoin reaches $69,000. Major companies start buying it. Entire countries start experimenting with it. And something strange happens. The same financial institutions that once mocked Bitcoin start taking it very seriously. In 2017, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of one of the biggest banks in the world, JP Morgan Chase, called Bitcoin a fraud. He said anyone working for his bank who traded Bitcoin would be fired. The biggest financial institutions in the world quietly stepped into crypto because ignoring Bitcoin was no longer an option. Beyond the price, Bitcoin changed 3 big things. First, it proved money could move globally without banks in the middle. Second, it forced people to ask a question most of us never think about. What actually gives money value? Is it governments? Trust? Scarcity? Technology? Bitcoin made millions of people question the foundations of the financial system. And third, it created an entirely new industry. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, decentralized finance. An ecosystem worth trillions of dollars today. All started by a 9-page document on the internet. A mysterious person nobody has ever identified published a 9-page idea online. That idea turned into Bitcoin. A programmer used it to buy pizza. accidentally creating the most expensive meal in history. Banks mocked it. Governments questioned it. The media declared it dead more than 400 times. And yet, Bitcoin is still here. Love it, hate it, or just watch from the sidelines. Bitcoin changed how the world thinks about money. And sometimes, changing the conversation is the most powerful revolution of all. Before you go, I'm curious. Do you think Bitcoin is the future of money, or just the biggest financial experiment in history? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more wild money stories. I will see you in the next one.